Most people come to Baja for relaxation and vacation, but we came to race. This is the Nora Mexican 1000 Rally. We transformed a stock Suzuki V-Strom 800DE into a fully fledged rally racer with a bunch of choice modifications to race this adventure bike against a swarm of smaller and lighter bikes. There's 2,168 kilometers or 1,347 miles between us and the finish line in San Jose del Cabo. But first, we need to explain what I've got myself into.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up on the Disruptive Thinking stage, the executive editor of Cycle World, Justin Dawes.
What did I get myself into? That's what I was thinking once I stepped to Suzuki and they actually said, yeah, let's do it. So why did Suzuki partner with Cycle World to turn one of their adventure bikes, the V-Strom 800DE, into a rally race bike? Why would they want to do that? Well, they knew that their V-Strom was an extremely capable adventure motorcycle that needed some more love in the market. It had an excellent reception right off the get-go, but you know, times are getting a little tighter and we need some love on some product. And at the same time, so they said, you know, what can you do with the V-Strom? And I was on a massive old school vintage Dakar rally kick at the time. I'm looking at all these old photos and old videos, and I came across a photo of my friend Beppe, who raced in the 1990 Dakar rally on a Suzuki DR Big. And it was blue and yellow with camo graphics. And I was like, I need to recreate that. How do I get Suzuki to sign on to let me build something really, really cool and share something awesome with our viewers and our audience? And it actually didn't take much because Chase at Suzuki loves racing as well. And so we talked a bit and I said, okay, I'm gonna give you a presentation and we'll see what we can do. And I swung for the fences and I was like, there is no way they're gonna buy into this crazy idea. And they did. They saw the value in it. They saw the vision that was sharing the strengths of the bikes in a very unexpected way. And so that's what we did. So before I get into what the meat of this is and the reason why you should care and how you can adapt it to your business, I want to talk about exactly what we did because there's a lot of people that helped with this project. So we signed up for the Nora Mexican 1000 Rally. It is a 6-day long navigation rally, just like Dakar, just like all the big rallies. It's a little more fun, it's a little more relaxed. It's called the happiest race on earth for a reason, because when you're done racing, then it's a good time. But it's still tough, and we were doing it with an adventure bike against real rally bikes, 450s, 650s, much, much smaller bikes. So we signed up and I got to work. In 2 months, I turned a stock V-Strom 800DE into what you see here with the help of a lot of people and a lot of time and a lot of hair pulling and a lot of worry. I didn't know if I was gonna make the deadline, but we built something amazingly awesome. So we started with the stock bike and we kept the engine stock because it is one of the greatest parallel twins on the market right now. It is an excellent, excellent base to start with. Frame, didn't change the frame. It's strong, it's beefy. It's just what you need when you're gonna beat the heck out of something. And then we just added on all the pieces to make it go racing. Changed the suspension, Cogent Dynamics built us a shock for the thing. Rally Moto Shop has set us up with a rally tower set up so we could navigate where we're going. Yoshimura built a special exhaust pipe for it. AXP skid plates, W wheels kicked in, 2 sets of wheels. They are smaller sizing, like dirt bike sizing for the racing effort. Seat Concepts built a awesome seat, and Flex, Fast Company gave us flex bars and pegs, and that was really it. Like, it's a big difference, but it's not a lot of work. And that was the point of this project, is to make it approachable and make it relatable to the general audience and the customer. Because they can look at this and they may never go this extreme, but it inspires them. It inspires them to do something unexpected and different and sparks a passion. And they go, you know, I'm not gonna do the suspension per se, but I really like that seat. I like the bars are. I love the way that exhaust sounds. And it inspires them to really think about the V-Strom as a platform. So we built the bike, and I finished it at 9 o'clock the night before the race started. So there was no shakedown. It was trial by fire, and we headed off to Mexican 1000, and we had some really great successes. It was really fun, and we checked in, we did tech, and then I went and rode the bike after it was checked in, and I got my race numbers. I rode it 12 miles, and I was like, whew, at least I got this thing right. It's awesome. And then we went racing, and it was a great time. We ran as high as 5th place overall against real rally racers, and we even got, the last day I got a 3rd place, which is pretty good. I was only a couple minutes behind Alexander Smith, which I'll hang my hat on that one anytime. So, and in the end, it was a success, not only because of the racing success, but the success with the audience. And that was the most important thing, was engaging our audience, Suzuki's audience, and the motorcycle audience in general. And we knocked it out of the park. But why did we knock it out of the park? Well, we made it relatable. I am not a professional rally racer. I am not a 150-pound, super in shape, chiseled jaw pro. I am 48 years old, I'm out of shape, and I'm way past my prime. But not everybody else is a pro either. So they look at me and they go, that's the underdog, that's the person I'm gonna root for. And then he's building something that I didn't even know I wanted, and now I do want it. And I'm gonna follow him every step of the way. So we had tons of social cuts and videos to leading up to the race, leading up to the build, and it just built and built and built and built momentum. But the through line through the whole thing was, you can do this too. This is attainable, it's doable, and it's relatable. So in the end, we finished 14th place overall. It was awesome, but the real success was 6.5 million cumulative views over all of our social networks on this bike. And I attributed it a lot, like I said, to being relatable, being unexpected, but also being engaged. The job of this project was to help people find their adventure spark, to find their adventure. And by me doing my adventure, I spoke to all those people. And while doing that, when people would reply and they'd ask questions, I was engaged. I became their friend. I became a friend of every V-Strom fan or rally fan that was out there that wanted to talk to me. And I brought them into my circle. In our video that you just saw at the beginning of it, we didn't show, hey, this is what we did, how cool is it? We take you on the journey with us, and you're at the race with us the entire time to the video. For an entire hour, you're part of the race team. And that's the point of this whole project, is engagement and helping people find their adventure. So your customers, just like the other presenters up here already, community, engagement, and adventure. That's what we all got into this for, and sometimes we forget that. And when we don't forget that, and we bring people into the fold, and we are engaged, and we help them find what excites them, because everyone's adventure is different, but you help them find their adventure, and then you're gonna find success. So that's all I got. I'm gonna leave you with a final thought on the video. Thanks for listening.
You don't beat Baja, you survive it. And a piece of this beautiful place and amazing group of people will stay with you for the rest of your life. Bikes like Suzuki's V-Strom 800DE are so versatile, and they allow you to find your adventure. We found ours here in Baja, but where will you find yours? Go out, get an adventure bike, and then do the thing you've always wanted to do. You won't regret it, I promise.